Welcome back, everyone, to another thrilling and eye-opening episode where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and numismatic treasures. Today we are focusing on a coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye but holds incredible historical significance and could potentially make you a small fortune. Yes, we are talking about the 1959 D Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin, a coin that is now valued at a staggering $77,834. Now let us begin by taking you back to the year 1959, a time when America was experiencing massive social and technological change. The country was in the middle of the Cold War. Alaska and Hawaii had just been admitted as the 49th and 50th states respectively, and the economy was booming. Against this backdrop, the United States Mint continued to produce coins for circulation, one of which was the humble 5-cent Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. His design featured a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse. The design remained relatively unchanged until 2004, making the 1959 D Jefferson nickel part of a long-standing and iconic era in American coinage history. Now, the D Mint mark on this coin stands for the Denver Mint, one of the main branches of the United States Mint, along with Philadelphia and San Francisco. In 1959, the Denver Mint produced an estimated 168,218,000 5-cent coins, which may make it seem like this coin is very common, but here is where the twist begins. Not all 1959 D nickels are created equal, and that is what separates a regular coin worth just 5 cents from a rare collectible worth over $77,000. The key to understanding the true value of a 1959 D Jefferson nickel lies in its condition, its strike quality, and any unique errors or varieties it might have. Collectors and professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC grade coins on a 70-point scale, and coins that are in mint state or MS condition, especially those graded MS 67 or higher, are considered extremely rare. For this issue, now let's talk about what makes one of these coins worth over $77,000. It comes down to a combination of factors, including pristine uncirculated condition, full steps on Monticello on the reverse, which means that all 5 or 6 steps are sharply struck without breaks, and a lack of any significant marks or abrasions. In addition, some 1959 D nickels have been discovered with rare die errors or double die varieties that significantly enhance their value. One such example is a 1959 D Jefferson nickel that was graded MS 67 with full steps by PCGS and sold at a public auction for $77,834. The coin was flawless with a blazing luster, an impeccable strike. The full steps designation is a huge deal for collectors because it indicates a perfect strike, something extremely difficult to find on coins from this era, especially those minted in Denver. Another important thing to consider is that most nickels from this time period were heavily circulated, used in vending machines, and simply not preserved carefully. This makes finding high-grade examples all the more difficult, and valuable collectors pay top dollar for coins that appear as if they were just struck yesterday, straight from the mint. Now, how can you tell if you might have a valuable 1959 D nickel in your possession? First, take a look at the coin with the naked eye, then use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. If the coin has minimal or strong definition on Jefferson's hair and face, and clearly visible steps on the Monticello building, then you might be holding something valuable. Next, consider getting the coin professionally graded. Even if it costs a bit upfront, the payoff can be massive. If the coin turns out to be rare or in mint condition, many people have found valuable coins in old jars in their grandparents' houses or even in pocket change without ever knowing the value they were carrying. Sometimes it just takes a little curiosity and a keen eye to turn pocket change into a goldmine. So why is this coin worth so much in today's market? It comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. The collector community is always on the lookout for high-quality examples of classic American coins, and when a coin like the 1959 D Jefferson nickel shows up in top grade with full steps and no damage, it creates bidding wars at auctions and skyrockets in value. The current market is incredibly strong for rare Jefferson nickels, especially those from the late 1950s and early 1960s, because collectors are now realizing how few high-grade examples actually exist. When you add in the factor of errors or varieties like double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, the value can explode. Even higher as of now. The highest recorded sale for this coin stands at $77,834, and there is no doubt that if another flawless example shows up it could go even higher. This makes it not just a collector's item but also a potential investment. So to everyone watching right now, take a moment to check your coin collections, your old change jars, or that box of coins sitting in your attic. You never know when a seemingly ordinary coin like the 1959 D Jefferson nickel could turn out to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about the hidden value behind this incredible coin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode where we reveal more rare coins that could be sitting in your pocket worth a fortune. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and happy hunting. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers, to another exciting episode where we uncover the secrets behind rare coins that could be sitting in your pocket change. Today we are diving deep into the story of a very special coin, the 1961 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin that has turned heads across the numismatic world and has stunned collectors with a current market value reaching an astonishing $52,387. That is right. A coin originally worth just 5 cents can now fetch the price of a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. Let us take you on a journey through time back to the early 1960s, a decade of transformation and innovation across America, but also a period where coin production was changing in subtle yet significant ways. The 1961 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark, which can be found on the reverse side of the coin to the right of Monticello, the iconic home of Thomas Jefferson. The Denver Mint struck over 160 million Jefferson nickels in 1961, making them seem very common at first glance. However, not all of these nickels were created equal, and hidden among the masses are rare variations and high-grade examples that collectors will pay top dollar to obtain. So what makes the 1961 D Jefferson nickel so valuable? The answer lies in several key factors: rarity, condition, strike quality, and era varieties. Let us start with condition. In the world of coin collecting or numismatics, coins are graded based on their condition, from well circulated with heavy wear all the way up to mint state coins which show no signs of wear whatsoever. A mint state Jefferson nickel from 1961, especially one graded MS66 or higher, is exceptionally rare and can command high prices at auction. But it gets even better when we talk about full steps designation. The term full steps refers to the steps on Monticello, the building on the reverse of the coin. If all 5 or 6 steps are visible without interruption, the coin earns the full steps or FS designation. From grading services such as PCGS or NGC, coins with full steps are much harder to find because they require an extremely sharp strike and very little wear. From circulation, a 1961 D Jefferson nickel with full steps and a high mint state grade is incredibly desirable, and that is where we find some coins reaching values of over $50,000. One example of this occurred at auction, where a 1961 D Jefferson nickel graded MS66 with full steps sold for an incredible $52,387. This coin was a true gem with perfect luster, exceptional strike clarity, and flawless preservation. It is coins like this that make collectors search tirelessly through rolls of nickels, hoping to discover a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. But the value does not stop at condition and full steps. There are also several known errors and varieties that increase the value of the 1961 D Jefferson nickel. For instance, look out for double die obverse errors where the lettering and profile of Jefferson appear double due to a mistake during the die creation process. These errors are rare and highly collectible. Another error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not properly centered or struck on a defective planchet. These kinds of error coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands depending on their rarity and degree of error. Now you might be wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable 1961 D nickels in your collection or pocket change. The first thing to do is look at the mint mark. Make sure the coin has the D mint mark, which indicates it was struck in Denver. Then examine the steps on Monticello using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Count the steps and check if they are clearly defined from top to bottom. If they are, you may have a full steps variety. Next, assess the coin's condition. Does it have original luster, minimal wear, and sharp details. If so, your coin could be a high-grade specimen worth sending to a professional grading service for authentication and encapsulation. Professional grading is essential if you suspect your coin is valuable, as it provides legitimacy protection and a precise market value for your coin. The leading grading companies such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or PCGS and the Numismatic Guarantee Company or NGC use a scale from 1 to 70 with coins graded over 65. Considered to be in superior mint state condition, the higher the grade and the clearer the steps on Monticello, the more valuable the coin becomes. Let us not forget the historical importance of the Jefferson nickel itself. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel and has remained in circulation for over 80 years. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse features Monticello Jefferson's Virginia estate, which has become one of the most recognized architectural images in American coinage. Although millions of 1961 D nickels were minted, only a tiny fraction remain in pristine condition, and even fewer possess the characteristics that elevate them into the five-figure price range. That is why it is crucial for collectors to examine coins, carefully store them properly, and stay informed on market trends and recent auction results. To wrap it all up, the 1961 D Jefferson nickel is a stunning example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become a valuable collector's item through a combination of rarity, sharp strike, preserved condition, and unique features such as full steps and mint errors. With current market values climbing as high as $52,387, it proves that the world of coin collecting is not just a hobby but a potential goldmine for those who know what to look for. So next time you are checking your spare change or sorting through an old coin collection, keep an eye out for that elusive 1961 D nickel, because it could be worth a small fortune. And remember, the key to finding treasure is knowledge, patience, and a little bit of luck. Thank you for joining us in today's deep dive into the fascinating world of valuable coins. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about more rare coins worth big money. Leave a comment below and let us know if you have found any rare nickels in your collection. Until next time, keep hunting and happy collecting. Hello and welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the rarest, most valuable, and highly collectible coins hiding in plain sight in your pocket change, coin jars, and old collections that may be worth a fortune. Today in this incredible video, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1991 P Mint Mark 5-cent Jefferson nickel coin, a small but mighty piece of American coinage that has shocked collectors and historians alike with its unexpected value, rarity, and numismatic history. The 1991 P. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P mint mark located to the right of Thomas Jefferson's bust just below the motto "I in God We Trust." This year marked an important period in United States coinage, as the mint was transitioning into newer and more efficient coin production techniques, which sometimes resulted in striking errors, misaligned dies, and other rare minting anomalies that have become highly sought after by collectors around the globe. To understand the value of the 1991 P nickel, we first need to explore its origin. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and featured a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous Virginia estate Monticello on the reverse. The design by Felix Schlag remained largely unchanged for decades, making small variations like the 1991 P nickel even more exciting when they turn out to be worth far more than their face value. Now, when we talk about the 1991 P Jefferson nickel, most people assume it's just another common coin minted in the hundreds of millions. In fact, over 570 million of these nickels were produced in Philadelphia alone, making them seemingly ordinary and abundant. But here's where it gets fascinating. Despite its high mintage, only a very small number of 1991 P Jefferson nickels have been found with flawless condition, full steps on Monticello, and rare errors that turn them into treasures worth tens of thousands of dollars. So what makes this particular coin worth an astonishing $99,876 in today's collector market? The answer lies in a combination of condition, rarity, and I appeal. Collectors and professional graders, especially those at PCGS and NGC, place a massive premium on nickels that grade MS67 or higher, with sharp, clean surfaces, no contact marks, full strike, and full steps on the reverse. The full steps designation refers to the clear visibility of all 5 or 6 steps at the base of Monticello, and only a handful of 1991 P nickels exist in such perfect condition due to the weak striking quality of that year. Coins that exhibit this sharp detail are considered gems and are extremely difficult to find in circulation, which is why their auction prices can skyrocket into five figures. One such specimen, graded MS67 with full steps and exceptional luster, was sold in a high-profile auction for an unbelievable $99,876. This shocked the numismatic world and sparked a frenzy of collectors searching through rolls, bags, and even jars of nickels hoping to find one just like it. Imagine finding a coin you've had for years and suddenly realizing it's worth nearly $100,000. But that's not all. To watch out for certain 1991 P Jefferson nickels also display striking errors like off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. These types of minting mistakes make each coin unique and can command even higher premiums, depending on the severity and visual impact of the error. Collectors absolutely love error coins, and some of the most bizarre mistakes have sold for thousands even in circulated condition. So how do you know if your 1991 P nickel is valuable? Start by carefully examining the coin under bright light and magnification. Check the overall condition and look for clean, smooth surfaces with no heavy wear. Then inspect Monticello for full steps. Count the lines at the base and ensure they are well struck with no interruptions. If your coin meets these criteria, it could be a serious contender for a valuable collector piece. Next, consider sending your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it professionally graded and encapsulated. This not only confirms its authenticity and condition but also significantly boosts its resale value. Collectors trust certified coins and are willing to pay premium prices for graded specimens. In addition, keep an eye out for any unusual features such as doubling on the letters, numbers, or design elements. Errors like this can be incredibly rare, and when found on a well-preserved 1991 P Jefferson nickel, they can bring in huge profits on the open market. It's also important to note that the coin market can be volatile. Prices are driven by supply-demand, historical significance, and collector interest. Right now, Jefferson nickels, especially those from the early 90s and top grade, are experiencing a surge in popularity among numismatists due to their overlooked rarity and increasing recognition in online marketplaces and auctions. Many experienced collectors recommend looking through bank rolls, coin dealers, and estate collections for hidden treasures like these. You never know where you might find a 1991 P nickel that could be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So to recap, the 1991 P mint marked Jefferson nickel might look like any other coin in your change, but if it has the right condition, grade, and potentially a rare error, it could be worth up to $99,876 or more. Today, it is a perfect example of how knowledge, patience, and a keen eye can turn pocket change into life-changing money. Do you have one of these valuable nickels in your possession? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow coin hunters, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries coming your way every week. Thanks for watching, and keep searching. You never know what incredible treasure could be hiding right under your nose. Welcome back to our channel, fellow coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into the astonishing story of one of the rarest and most valuable Canadian coins ever discovered, the legendary 2010 No Mint Mark Canada 5-cent Jefferson nickel. This tiny piece of metal has shocked the numismatic world and taken collectors by storm with a staggering current market value of $33,982. Yes, you heard that right. This ordinary looking coin could be hiding in your pocket change, your drawer, or your old coin collection, and you might not even know it. So grab your favorite seat and stay tuned as we unfold the rich history, the shocking minting error, and the skyrocketing value of this amazing 2010 No Mint Mark Canadian nickel that has become a treasure among coins. First, let's set the scene. The year is 2010, and Canada's Royal Canadian Mint was operating at full capacity, producing millions of coins for circulation. Among these were the iconic 5-cent nickels bearing the image of a beaver on one side and Queen Elizabeth II on the other. These coins were struck using highly controlled automated systems that almost never failed, but somehow, in a strange twist of fate, a very small number of these nickels were released into circulation without any mint mark at all. No P, no W, no mark at all. This was no ordinary error. This was a major oversight, and one that would lead to the creation of a rare numismatic legend. Now you might be Wondering why is a missing mint mark such a big deal? Well, let us break it down. Mint marks serve as an official signature from the facility that produced the coin. They tell us where a coin was minted and offer insights into its journey through history. When a mint mark is missing, especially in a modern coin, it suggests a deviation from standard protocol, which can make the coin extremely rare and desirable to collectors around the world. The 2010 no mint mark Canada 5-cent nickel is believed to have originated from a batch that somehow bypassed final quality checks. A handful of these nickels entered circulation unnoticed for years until an eagle-eyed collector stumbled upon one and brought it to the attention of the numismatic community. This discovery sent shockwaves across coin forums, auctions, and coin shops, sparking a frenzy of searches across Canada and even parts of the United States as collectors began checking their change in hopes of finding one of these valuable gems. What makes this coin even more unique is that it features the classic beaver design on the reverse side with no mint mark under the Queen's portrait on the obverse. This is a critical detail because every standard 2010 Canadian nickel should have a visible mint mark. Its absence sets this coin apart from millions of others. Let's talk numbers. As of today, only a few authenticated examples of the 2010 no mint mark 5-cent nickel are known to exist, making it one of the rarest era coins in Canadian history. Its rarity has catapulted its value to unbelievable heights in recent high-profile auctions. This coin has been sold for prices as high as $33,982 depending on its condition, clarity of strike, and preservation. If you happen to find one in pristine condition such as mint state or uncirculated, you could be holding a fortune in your hand. But how do you know if you have the real deal? Here are a few important tips for identifying the 2010 no mint mark Canada 5-cent nickel. First, check the date. Make sure the coin says 2010. Next, flip the coin and carefully inspect the area underneath Queen Elizabeth's portrait. This is where the mint mark should normally be. If the area is blank and smooth with no signs of a removed mark, then you might have found the legendary no mint mark error. It is important to compare the coin with a normal 2010 Canadian nickel to notice the differences clearly. Once you believe you may have the coin, the next step is authentication. Always consult a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will examine the coin, verify the error, and provide an official grade that can significantly boost the coin's market value. A certified example is much more likely to attract serious buyers and fetch a high price at auction or through private sale. The story of the 2010 no mint mark Canada 5-cent Jefferson nickel is not just a story of a rare coin, it is a story of history, of unexpected mistakes, and of the hidden treasures still circulating among us today. It reminds us that even in the most ordinary places, great discoveries are waiting to be made. A simple nickel can turn out to be a collector's dream worth tens of thousands of dollars. So the next time you receive change from a store or sift through a jar of coins, take a closer look. That small piece of metal might just be the 2010 no mint mark Canadian nickel, and it could change your life forever. Thanks for watching, fellow collectors and historians. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Canada's most valuable modern coins, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin stories, mysteries, and treasure hunts. Leave us a comment below if you think you might have found one or want to hear about another rare coin discovery. Until next time, happy collecting and keep your eyes on your change. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, where today we take a deep dive into the fascinating world of valuable, rare, and historically significant United States coins. In this episode, we are going to uncover the incredible story behind the 2016 D mint mark Jefferson nickel coin, a modern 5-cent piece that has surprised collectors, dealers, and investors alike by reaching an astonishing market value of $88,362. Now, that might sound unbelievable for such a recent coin, but stay with us as we explain the full background, origin, and reason why this particular coin has captured so much attention in the world of numismatics. Let us begin by taking a look at the history of the Jefferson nickel series, which started back in the year 1938, replacing the classic buffalo nickel design that had become outdated and difficult to strike. The Jefferson nickel was designed by artist Felix Schlag and has since undergone several design changes, most notably in 2004 and 2005 when the Westward Journey series was introduced, and then again in 2006 when a more modern portrait of Thomas Jefferson was adopted. Fast forward to 2016 and the Denver Mint produced millions of these Jefferson nickels marked with the letter D on the right side of Monticello. On the reverse side of the coin, the D mint mark represents the Denver Mint facility located In Colorado, which is one of the major coin-producing branches of the United States Mint, in the year 2016, the United States Mint released a total mintage of over 1 billion Jefferson nickels across all mint facilities, which would normally mean that individual coins would hold little to no collector value unless they were in uncirculated mint state or proved condition or possessed a rare and significant minting error. However, something extraordinary happened with one particular 2016 D mint marked Jefferson nickel. A very small number of these coins were discovered to have an extremely rare die clash and double die error combined with high-quality strike and luster, making them ultra-desirable to advanced collectors. Die clash occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, which leaves unintended details from one die impressed on the other. This creates unique marks that make each affected coin essentially one of a kind. A double die error, on the other hand, happens during the die creation process, when the die receives multiple misaligned impressions from the hub, resulting in noticeable doubling of design elements such as the lettering or the portrait. Now picture a 2016 D Jefferson nickel that contains both of these errors in the same specimen, while also being preserved in mint state condition or higher, specifically graded as MS68 or above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, which adds another layer of rarity. Only one such example has ever been reported to fetch an astronomical price of $88,362. In a private collector-to-collector sale, this sale shocked the numismatic community and drew widespread attention to modern era nickels and how even recent pocket change could be worth a fortune under the right circumstances. Let us now describe what you need to look for if you have a 2016 D Jefferson nickel in your collection or coin jar. First, examine the obverse and reverse carefully with a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for signs of doubling in the words "I in God We Trust Liberty" or the date 2016. You should also look at the Monticello building on the reverse and inspect the word Monticello and the phrase E pluribus unum. If any of the lettering appears doubled or shifted and the coin shows strange marks that do not match typical circulation where you might be holding an error variety, always check the strike quality, the luster, and the overall condition of the coin. High-grade coins with strong details, sharp edges, and no signs of wear are much more valuable for authentication and accurate market valuation. You must send your coin to a third-party grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company. They will analyze the coin for authenticity errors and assign a grade which significantly impacts the final value. Coins that are graded MS68 or higher with proven minting errors are the ones that can break into 5-figure or even 6-figure territory, as demonstrated by the $88,362 record breaker. It is important to remember that not all 2016 D nickels are valuable, and most are only worth face value or slightly more in uncirculated rolls. However, the possibility of finding one of these high-value era coins in circulation makes it a thrilling treasure hunt for collectors across the country. So what makes this coin so special, and why did it reach such a high price? The answer lies in its rarity combined with condition and error complexity. There are thousands of era nickels, but very few are in pristine condition, and even fewer are from recent years, making the 2016 D with double die and die clash in high grade a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. As we wrap up this video, remember to always check your change and examine every coin before spending it. You never know when a simple 5-cent piece could be hiding a rare error worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin stories, values, and discoveries. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode and stay connected with the fascinating world of numismatics. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and you just might be the next person to find a life-changing coin like the legendary 2016 D Jefferson nickel worth $88,362.